Phil, I suppose you just want me in the same spot when I come back?
Yep.
Alright. Am I supposed to go back again when I return? Or are we fighting then?
Stay up here fighting, so try fast and then we can start fighting here.
Yeah.
You might want to join your buddy down there with the Flux 38.
Alright. So I'll come and drop the supplies and I'll draw down to my squad mate.
Yep.
This is a Post Scriptum One Life event. We created this scenario with a number of other units, and we do this every Saturday. We're creating a scenario, we have a system by which you only get one life, and you're able to play these through. It's a lot more strategic, you manage your resources, and there's a lot more at stake.
Get out of the way.
Remember to make sure that we are also secured on the back.
We cannot upgrade it, help. Cannot.
Position, there are vehicles there. 56.
Oh, perfect. Alright,
Read this one, please.
So there's a German section up here.
Maybe there.
In the north, hiding out. They're not allowed to go past the railway, that was part of our rules.
Roger that.
But you'll see them come back later.
A moment.
So they stay here for a while.
Keep in guard, try to get them on the back when they try to pass you.
And they definitely show a lot of restraint right here.
Alright, I'm coming back now.
Egyetlen teherautó volt, és az végigment itt a... Hát a Dennemkampftól a Svájcer hóhéig vezető úton.
Jelölj nekik egy koordinátat, légy szíves, a E10-es.
So you can see they start to realize where the enemy is.
Maus position, az legyen mondjuk E10.
And here come the British section, at least the one that's moving through this woods.
Oda egy ilyen mehalás.
Moving in groups.
Ott mennek srácok, ott megy mindenki a izén. 44 irányába, egy teljes osztag, 40 irányába.
Now I think these guys are speaking Hungarian.
Ott mennek a izén.
Between our units that play in the event, the teams, within your own team you can talk whatever language you want.
Alright, gentlemen, they are in the woods.
But on the command radio, English is our lingua franca. That's what we, English isn't the first language for all of us. Actually, most of us. So, that's that. But we make do.
Alright, Hans, let them pass there. When they passed you, you can feel free to hunt them in the back. I will tell you when we are on fire here. That's basically the best spot when you can start.
So all these guys are moving through the woods here on the eastern side, northeastern side of the objective, and the objective is the hotel.
There is a tank coming from the main road.
There's another section that we'll show you now.
Can you try it?
Maybe there, maybe
and you
there.
can hear it being called in on the
scout car.
on the radio here. So what they've done is a very smart move. They moved the scout car up first.
It is coming for us, I think, on the railway line.
And it's taken its position. Obviously our German section here has seen them, but they're not engaging. That's not their goal right now. They come into play at a much later part of the scenario. And here comes a Bren carrier with the other section on board.
There are two of them.
But these guys decided to leave it. Might have come in useful
Alright,
if they
Roger
did take it.
that. When you get under pressure, go down there, do not fight with them, we need you alive.
Drives.
Yes, sir.
So what you see here is them now moving through the woods. I do cut out a little bit where they're just kind of moving through, and I get into the action a little bit quicker by doing that. But the goal of these guys here, the British, is to attack the hotel, which is the German position, stopping them from advancing into Osterbeck, and they have some equipment there. So you'll see an 88. You'll see, I don't know what he just shot at there. I'm trying to figure that out.
Alright, lodge in position.
But I have no clue what that shot was about. Maybe misclicked. But they're attacking a position there. There's a couple ways for the British to win, is to kill all the Germans in the position, take the hotel. And you can see the hotel right here. Germans are marked in blue, British are marked in red. We're tuned into the German radio, if you haven't figured that out yet. But the hotel building, you'll be seeing it close to the end here, and I'll be coming back to it every now and then.
Me?
Has some vehicles around it. And the British will have to destroy those vehicles if they take the position.
Can we go to flank them or not?
Repeat, please.
Can we go to flank them or not?
Wait for it. When they try to attack us, then you can go. Let them come first down to us, so they're completely concentrated on us.
And that's the meat and potatoes of their plan right there, is to have the British make their assault, and then that section you saw in the very beginning will come up behind and clean them up. They also have this Flak 38 here. This is the logistics section. Now these guys decided to only do one Logi run, and they're keeping the Flak 38 in reserve. Alternatively, this could have been used as an escort for the Logi, since the armored car could hunt it down, but this is what they're doing here in this particular scenario. There's a whole bunch of opportunities that they can have to use this thing, and the way they use it. So it's up to the platoon commander. There's a whole lot of strategy involved. And each team goes in with their own plan and how they make this scenario work. You'll be able to see here the Germans are reinforcing this position. Unfortunately, there's a guy glitching around. He's got that
You're pressing left
the
click,
machine
right
gunner
click.
here.
I got to dig it up.
It sometimes happens when you dismount on
Build
a
it up.
vehicle, and
Well,
people in
do
spectator
whatever
can
you
see you
want.
just
I said to dig it up.
bump it up
but,
and down.
I mean, if you want to build it up, go for it. No, but I guess it could work.
Fuck you, Lee.
Alright, it's chill, boys, chill. Yeah, maybe actually, Mason, this might be a better position in this bunker for you. Behind you, mate.
So the way you would usually fix that if it does happen to you and somebody tells you is you go prone. It is much easier to spot a player who has that glitch, so unfortunately, one of the Germans did get it this round. Maybe even two. So here the British are making their way up. I'm looking for them here. I can't really see them. So here they are.
Zach, I'm getting a question from Pierce. Not Zach, sorry.
Now, this guy's looking through his
Phil.
binoculars. Don't know what
Hi,
he's
bud.
looking at.
Yep.
But he's certainly concentrated on something.
Is the flag a part of the equipment that needs to be destroyed?
Nope.
Okay.
So they're talking about destroyed equipment now. That's all the stuff that's around the hotel building. So this spectator camera, everybody's got access to it at the event. When you die, you get put in the spectator camera. And you're not allowed to talk to your section members, and you have a Discord that you can then unmute and talk to the other dead players. That's how we do that. But the teams are pre-built, so these are teams that are together. So you can bring a group of friends in and say, hey, we want in. As long as you got 3-4 guys, you can have a start. Or people want to come in, you can join my team as well. Description below. Now this section here is moving through. They've got the armor with them. I think the two guys in the armored vehicle are part of their group as well. So they can very easily radio them. Now, unfortunately, you can't hear each other's VoIP, so I can't hear what these guys are saying. You can only hear the one team that you're on.
Who did put down the question marker?
Say again, sir.
Do you have enemy contact there?
No, it's just for my
See the idea of the distance here?
squad mate, so he knows which direction. Sorry.
Roger that. You do that with point of interest, please.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And we're cutting back to the guys in the woods here. Just they managed to slowly make their way forward. I didn't want to just keep focusing on these guys coming through the woods. The other group is waiting for these guys to get into position. And you notice how they decide to attack. It's a pretty good way, but Germans put up a pretty good fight. And whenever these do happen, it's pretty quick, the skirmishes. Some of them last a nice long time, but usually in an assault, if something goes wrong and you're not able to adapt, it could go very poorly for you. Vehicles moving up, they're keeping in the rear. Now what a lot of players experience as public is that anybody with an AT kit instantly runs after people or instantly runs to the area where they hear an engine. So it is always good to screen your vehicles with infantry. It's because there's a random AT crewman could be running around, or AT specialists, or whatever the role is. Panzerfausts, Beats. So here we see the other section setting up with their mortar. They do have the light mortar. Benefits of this this event is that we can dictate which kits you get, or which kits the platoon gets or your section gets. And in this case, we gave them a light mortar. And you can see the section commander there sighting him in.
How far can the British troops
And this
go
is the
around
first
us?
move they make.
They can go around anywhere they like to, so they can be also in the south. Watch out.
Yeah. Yeah, because it sounded like some tracks moving the direction of our MSP, but
I think.
it might just be something I imagine.
Very well done.
Keep your eyes open, keep
So
your
they
ears
built this
open,
bunker,
stay
eh?
in cover, and when they're in your back, and light them.
It's partially built. It covers the windows, but you can still shoot out of it, and it covers the back door. So that is a very good way of covering these windows, while still being able to shoot out.
It's mortar.
We just took a. Yeah, we just took a rocket shot from east apparently.
And you heard the first shot
Alright,
coming in
move
from
out.
the mortar.
Get out of there.
Can we attack? Can we attack?
Wait.
Go into the woods right of you. Move to the point of interest 4-9er.
So that northern section is now going to be moving, and you'll notice they make quick work of their actions. Now, in future events, we could say no radios left. So if we wanted to have people use local and use runners to communicate, they wouldn't be able to spread themselves out so far. This is something we could do, up to the coordinator who makes the scenario. But for this one, we allow the radios. Usually we play 2 scenarios, 2 weeks worth of scenarios that we're aware are fun, and then we'll experiment with something new every 2 weeks. So the previous video on this channel was a tank escort. I try to cut it to look interesting. Maybe it was interesting, but in the event, the rounds are too long, and we'll be changing up the way that sort of event works. But this is a tried and tested one we've already done many times before. Here they make contact for the first time with their rifles. Germans spot them very quick, and you'll hear it called in on the radio.
Alright, Hans, this about us. Move west.
Now west is where these guys are.
Point of interest 05. They are now west. I mark you the position on the map.
Now little did I know when I was reporting this, or the platoon commander on the radio, is that the other section already made contact with the enemy.
Flag. Stay in position. Make sure that they can't push us from the south. You'll move up into the north when I tell you to get this way closed here.
Now that was an important order there.
Alright, can you put down a point of interest on where we need to be?
As soon as it's got reasonable. Until then, stay there.
So by moving up the flak gun, he takes that reserve unit and is able to then respond to an area where the enemy makes their attack from.
3 dead.
So that northern section has come down, killed 3 of the British troops, and there are probably a couple more left in the woods, but they haven't realized at this point because their section commander just died. You can see him behind the mortar there by the door. And they're probably trying to communicate on the radio, but their friendlies are dead. And you can't talk when you're dead. So those players find themselves in the same camera I'm in right now, flying around. I don't know what that little clump of guys is doing, but you know, it works for them. Now we leave that fight there. There's only 1 guy left or 2 guys in the woods. What the British are doing here is they're just trying to get the fire superiority down. If they can keep the heads of the Germans away from the windows and keep the Germans just prevent them from shooting them, you'll see the actual British troops start pushing across. So the armored car is pinning the German troops down in the building. Now I cut over here back to that body. That guy was killed.
In which direction was this car?
And that section is now heading west.
We have no clue. Maybe
So the
west
British
of
troops
you.
have started their push.
Alright.
Now keep note of where they take position. They're going to be in that hedgerow, just on the other side of the building right now. The Germans are trying to do the same thing in all directions. You'll see this machine gunner shooting Now his goal is just to prevent anybody from pushing them, keep their heads down.
We've got hostile armor.
Mark it.
They very quickly mark where the armor is. And you notice that reserve unit pays off right here. And you can see where that section is, the remaining British section members. And now look where the Flak 38 is.
We're firing upon this one car. We're engaging.
Fire.
Yeah, it's down.
That is a beautiful
Scout
shot
car
right
down.
there.
Excellent job.
Now you notice the flak gun starts firing into the hedges.
They are southwest of us. Keep pushing. Wonderful job.
And those shots right there, you might not be able to realize, but that just won them the game right there.
I'll keep the engine running on the scout car. Sorry, the flag. And if you need me to move, I'll move.
Stay there. Keep cover of the street there and light the fuckers up. They are all around us here, close by.
Now here I'm just looking for any survivors, checking the map.
I'll take over your command unless there is a new leader. Stay in position. Main attack of them is southwest.
So the Germans are coordinating their survivors here. And judging by the Discord noises, which are players moving around, getting ready for the next round, I realized that there's probably not many British left alive, if any. And I take a look, and it looks like it's a German victory. So over here you can see I'm already checking the other team. They've started to make the switch over to out of their sections over to the other side for the next round. But that is the one life scenario that we played. It's a very fun one that we did. I think everybody enjoyed it. We did 3 rounds. I will highlight the others. I don't think they were better than this one, but whenever we have a good round that's pretty fun and plays out well, you see a pretty good amount of strategy, and I get a nice shots of it, I'll include that in a full round. So if you like this format, I guess let me know, and I'll keep at it. If anything, I'll keep doing the highlights. But overall, this was a pretty good fun event. If you want to join, just check out the description. All the information you need is down there.